I swear I hit it last time, but you never know. All right. So technically it's recording. We'll see if it works out. So tonight I just wanted to talk about some kind of brainstorm some ideas of what you guys are doing, or maybe we can share some ideas too of what you're doing for this month to really hustle. Black Friday's coming up. We need to get the one things that I'm telling my group to really work on, and I've heard the other mentors kind of talk about this too, is really working on essential rewards. And your essential rewards needs to get up this month, because December and January are usually our slower months, right? So if you have your baseline, and your baseline is set and that is up because of this month, it's going to carry you through December and January. Okay, really kind of help you through those months. So really focusing on essential rewards and whatever you can do to get that up, whether it's incentivizing people, if it's just teaching extra educational classes to really help with essential rewards, hitting it hard in your groups about promoting essential rewards, talking about different posts that you can post each day, whatever it is, send out cards, smoke signals, whatever it takes to do that piece of it. So essential rewards. And then the other one is new starter kits, especially if you can get them started before Black Friday, because then they're ready to go. So they've got their stuff, and then there's going to be so many sales. You want them to take advantage of that piece of it for Black Friday. So if you have somebody new, or you want to make sure your group, they're getting people started if they can before then. So the weekend before, which is that this weekend? No, next weekend. The weekend before, maybe do some type of promotion of trying to get as many people that they've talked about throughout the month, or talk to you throughout the month, get them started, that weekend. So maybe it's a free shipping that each person can do. I mean, free shipping is like $6 usually, maybe $8, depending on, you can do like the 3 to 5 day, USPS type of a thing, and just really solidify it so you're not paying, overnighting or something like that for somebody. I find free shipping is huge, and you can do it on account credit so that they can use it in December. Does that make sense? And so it benefits you in two ways. It helps them to do, because then you can say, well, I'm going to give this to you as a credit so that you can use it for next month's order. And let me help you go ahead and get next month's order ready to go. You know what I mean? And so then you can talk to them about ER, you can talk to them. And that's one of the things that I did in October, was I really hit the free shipping. I gave free shipping, and then I also gave $10 credits for anybody that got started, which I know is easy to do at the lower ranks. I mean, if you're only making a $200 paycheck, that's a really kind of a hard thing to give everybody $10 in shipping, right? But there's other things you can do. There's other ways you can kind of incentivize them, but those account credits, even if it's $5, is really nice, because it helps them do ER the next month. It gives them that incentive, because they put a $50 order in, $10 is already there. So it just kind of helps to do that. You might be able to work with your upline, silver, platinum, something like that, and see if they'd be willing to kind of to help you with that too, and kind of go in together for any new starter kits or something like that for that weekend, just to try to help incentivize that. So those are some ideas. One of the other things the mentors were talking about was just really posting on your page, your public page now until Black Friday, is just how thankful you are about Young Living and why. Maybe each day give one thing you're thankful for with Young Living, be Young Living specific, just to get people kind of excited about the starter kit. So kind of be more specific about what you're thankful for, and then maybe one specific product that's really kind of impacted your life, and then talk to them about, whatever your incentive is for that weekend. So people start seeing that. So those are some things that they've talked about. What else? So what are some of your thoughts? What are some of the things your group is doing to kind of help spur on this month, kind of the excitement and get things going? Melissa, do you want to go first?
Yeah. So right now my up line is doing a DIY. We did it last month. It's like a 12 days. So we take advantage of the Facebook event, like the 14 days that were allotted. So she does an introduction, like opening night type deal. And then every day somebody on the team picks their own day and picks their own product. So last month we did ER, and we did ER through the year and what we can do for that. This month we're doing DIY. So everybody has a recipe that they're doing and they're hosting each night, so then people can like see what they could be making for gifts if they wanted to do something that was because that also incentivizes ER because they're ordering the stuff now to be making it for next month. So that's what we're currently doing now. And then she also then will end it on the last night and kind of do like whatever. And then there's incentives if people buy starter kits, if they sign up for ER as well during that time. And then we are doing a Black Friday flash sale on our team as well. And someone is hosting that. But before we've done them like for different, legs and different things like that. But this time anybody that like puts into the pot can invite their people. So it's not a free for all that anybody can invite their people. So if you put into the pot, and I think we have to like say we have to give $25 off a starter kit if your person buys that starter kit for that incentive or whatever. And then also then they'll be able to get the promos, and then everybody splits however it works out for that. So we're doing that. And then I'm working on as well a holiday gift guide, because when last month I did Savvy and Seedlings classes I wrote, and at the end of one of the classes I had asked, what do you guys want to see? And I gave a couple of suggestions, and people wanted DIY and holiday gift guide, because that, once it got closer to Christmas last year, and I think it was November was one of the months that I hit silver, I was like messaging people and I was like, well, do you need Christmas ideas, whatever? And people were like asking me like, well, what can I buy? I only buy oil. So then I was like trying to send people all these ideas, and I'm like, well, if I just put it into a class, even if it is a flash class, and to do based on tiers of pricing, because obviously you can buy stuff that's really cost effective, and then you can buy someone a bottle of Melissa if you really love them, or Rose, or in between, you know what I mean? And for different people, a lot of people forget that they need to be buying something for their kids' teachers or for their kids' coaches, or their mail delivery people or whoever that they see in their life all the time. Rachel's trying to get on. That's what she just messaged the group. She said she has terrible service.
Oh, okay. I thought she tried to come on and then sorry, go ahead. I'll look and see what
you're fine. Spinning circle of death, she calls it.
Celebrating the same thing.
But yeah, so we're doing that. I'm trying to, because one of my leaders that's trying to hit Senior Star, and she's like doing like everything. She did an incentive for my team for like OGB growth, and like we're partnered up with people, and like my leg that I need growth, there's a lot of people that are super motivated in that leg. So we're working on that as well. We're going to Pottery Barn on Sunday, so I'm like, okay, we'll just figure it out. And then I'm doing another class next weekend for another girl in that leg or whatever, and I still want to try to do something next week. I don't know. I want to do a vitality class, but I want to base it off of actually holiday cooking, because I've done a vitality class before, but it was like so many recipes and so many things, but because I haven't tested them, I feel like weird to saying like, oh, you can do this, but yeah, if I haven't tested and made it myself, it's hard to do. So I think I'm gonna utilize the Young Living blog and the Vimeo or whatever, and see if there's anything that's like specific holiday, baking, any side dishes, etc., appetizers that would be holiday focused versus just throwing anything out there. Because yeah, you could use anything.
Did you see the ORD holiday recipes from last year? They have a bunch of recipes, like a turkey gravy, and they have like a sweet potato that uses clove and something else.
Where is that at?
Oil Revolution Designs. they have a bunch of recipe cards, and they're actually really good. I have tested them out, and the bean casserole is really, really good. So yeah, I can also send you, do you have the graphic where you can do, it's like a measurement, basically, of the Vitality oils?
I don't have that.
Okay. I will text that. I'll actually just text it and put it on the, it's really kind of nice. Like, this is worth 2 teaspoons, like 2 drops is equal to 2 teaspoons type of a thing.
Okay.
So it's perfect. A really kind of a nice Vitality conversion. I think I got it actually from Anita. That's where I got it from. I was like, does anybody have this? Because somebody else is asking. So yeah, that's perfect. Quick question on the tiered pricing. Do you have any graphics on that? Like if you have like, you know, some ideas, like if you did like a thieves package or something, like toothpaste, dental floss, if you wanted to give that to somebody as a gift, like
I don't have anything. I don't have anything made. I was gonna do it, but I remember last year. I'll have to look back. I don't think you're in Melissa Kohler's downline, but in Team Spark, she had a bunch. I could look in there to see if I could find any, and then
if you don't mind sharing them, that's a great idea, because that's one of the things. I'm not a DIY, so I'm always afraid to do like the DIYs each day. And somehow I tried doing them last year, and I got like stuck with like 7 of them instead of everybody else doing them. I'm like, but I love the gift idea of DIYs, and I love that tiered pricing, just to give people ideas, because you're right. There's other products out there that, you know, people don't have to necessarily give an oil or buy an oil kit. They could give
chapsticks, hand sanitizer, you know what I mean, dog bones. Like.
Yeah, and make them in cute little bags. You don't even have to give away the whole bag. So, yeah, that's a great idea. And I would love if we can, you know, even as our group, just kind of throw out ideas with each other. I'll share that graphic and, you know, that kind of thing, just to try to help each other, try to, you know, come up with some of these ideas. Because I think that's what I love about Grow, is there's so many great ideas that people are sharing. I'm like, oh, that's a good one. Thank you. You know, kind of a thing. And you can incorporate it in how you want to incorporate it versus the other stuff.
I wanted to do Anita's Let Me Be Your Santa and, you know, whatever, but I need to, like, I don't have, you know, I have like a lot of people on ER, but I feel like a lot of people that are on ER are my business people. So I don't want to necessarily be just ER credit. I want it to be credit, you know, moving forward as well. Because right now I have a ton of people going inactive, and it's like driving me insane. And most of them aren't mine. We're having a problem locally, because one of this girl, like, her enroller has done the Bloom packages. She's sent recipe books. She's sent like everything. And they haven't reordered, and they never responded. She's like super frustrated because she hasn't been super active because they're building a house, but she's like mailing and doing stuff. And she's friends with her on Facebook. And she posted the other day that she's having an oil party at her class or at her house on like November 19th. And she bought her kit last year, November 20th. And I'm like, well, she's dumb because she's not going to even be inactive yet. So I'm like, if she wants to switch her enroller, whoever wants to steal her over, that's one thing, but they've literally just been waiting for her to go inactive. But I'm like, it's like a year, and then they still wait, like, I don't know if it's 10 days or a week or something. So I'm like, if she's still not inactive at this point, she's still going to have to, like,
well, it's actually 13 months. Yeah, it's actually 13 months before they technically go inactive, because there's that month delay with everything. So yeah.
So I'm like, so I told her, because she's like super frustrated. She's like, I've reached out to her constantly. I've done all this stuff. And I was like, well, tell her she's not going to be inactive when she's throwing her party. So she still has to call and get her switched over and say what's going on. Because obviously it's somebody's local that's trying to steal her or whatever. But I'm like, it's, you know, she may be going to a worse team. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know how important it was who your enroller was when you got into this business. And I think a lot of people don't. They'll like sign up with a friend or a neighbor or something because they like feel bad. And then, you know, 3 months later, they're like, they're not helping me. Can you help me? And it's like, oh yeah, now you come around.
Yeah. Well, you think about that too. And I'm like, am I that neighbor? I hope I'm not that neighbor. I just signed my neighbor up. I think it was 2 weeks ago. It was in October. So it's just one of those that I'm like, oh boy, I hope I'm doing a good job getting her all the questions.
If you're active with your people and you're educating them, you know what I mean? That's one thing. Like, I know people locally, you mean, like, there's one lady, she has enrolled like 2 of my friends, but they enrolled before I even knew what Young Living was. but she's like a gold leader, and I only know that because I'd seen her at convention.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's legitimately gold or hit once, and who knows what her OGV is now, but like they're constantly messaging me, and they're like, the support groups are terrible. One of my friends, she was like ordering every other month for ever and would order like $300. I'm like, get on ER and just split your orders out, whatever. I'm like, you're losing so many points. And she didn't even know what ER was. And I was like, what? And I was like, it was just, it's super frustrating because
That's when you're like, go inactive for 6 months and just go.
Yeah,
I know. You don't want to tell them that. Don't say everything.
Well, she had asked to move over, and I told her, I'm like, it doesn't look good. And I said, but if you're not getting the support, I was like, obviously people are going to go wherever they want to.
Right.
I was like, so if you want to come over, that's on you. But I was like, either way, get on ER no matter what you do.
Yeah. And it's so funny because people don't realize that, and I figured this out, that even if you order $300 a year, and if you would just order $50 a month, you actually make more money, earn $60 throughout that year versus going $300 and not earning a thing, even if you just earn the cash back. I mean, $60 could almost pay for Ningxia Red. I mean, go for it.
Yeah.
So,
it's crazy. I did calculations, and my orders have gotten big, but like this is all here and all here. This is everything I've gotten free. Like this is my redemption. Is all the products, and I told my husband to put it in an Excel file because I'm like, it's just bananas how much Young Living gives you. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. Well, I love your green. Can I have a little of your green?
Yes, give me a little of your red.
Sorry, I just love your file. My son I'm overwhelmed with stuff that I'm doing, and he's like, are you gonna get Christmas list done? I'm like, yeah. Could you go ahead and do that? He's 14, so he totally can. He put it in an Excel file with color coded for each kid. So I'm like, oh yeah, you're green, dude. You're so green. So anyway, hey Angie, how are you? Your mic is off. Your mic is off. There we go.
I'm great.
Good. Welcome. We're sharing ideas about things we can do this month to help our OGV, PV, incentivize, and Black Friday stuff. Are all of you guys in a Black Friday, some type of event, or doing one?
No, but I need to get it busy on one.
Okay. Is your upline, Angie, doing anything? Did you check with them?
Not yet.
Okay. If nothing else, check with Danetta. Because Danetta's your upline, right?
Yes.
Okay. Check with her. If nothing else, I'm sure she's probably doing something. I know Jill's been talking to her about doing a Black Friday, because I don't know if she's ever done one before, but I know that Jill's been talking to her about that. Okay, so talk to her and see if she's going to do something. If nothing else, you can tag into hers.
I will. Thank you.
And Gabby, how about you?
I was actually thinking of doing a Black Friday party where I could get all the interested people and our new and old oilers. But we don't have anything concrete yet. And my upline has been talking about doing something too. So we just need to get together and get a plan going. So,
who's your upline?
Savannah Consiglio.
And who's she under? Who's the diamond above her?
We've got Melissa Kohler.
Okay.
And then Carrie Homer. Carrie's gold.
Okay. So check with one of them even. They might be doing, I know like Jill's doing 2. Crazy person. She's doing 2 separate groups of people. So you can do it a couple different ways. Like mine, I'm doing as long as they're willing to send out some type of a gift that they have, like I think one of mine is actually going to be a diffuser, type of a thing. But some of the others are like a homemade, rollerball case with roller balls like immunity, that kind of thing. So as long as they were willing to at least put in at least one gift or a couple gifts, and they're willing to mail those out. That's how I'm doing mine. Instead of doing the $25 and collecting the $25 and doing all the gifts myself, each person had to at least give a couple different Black Friday gifts. And so then each hour is like a power hour. So you can put in those gifts, and you can have, if depending on how many you have, you could do a 50, 100, and then a 300 PV. If you buy that from Young Living, that PV level, you can claim that gift for that hour. If you don't have enough gifts, you can just do one gift. So this hour is, 50 PV, and you have like 3 chapstick packs or something like that. I got them on the holiday. So these little holiday chapstick packs, and if you do a 50 PV order, you can claim one of these, kind of a thing. And so each hour is a power hour. That's one way to do it. There's other ways. I mean, your golds and diamonds will definitely have more ideas too. But definitely get on one of those. I threw one together. I met Jill last year, I think maybe September, October last year. And I decided I was kind of asking her about the Black Friday, so I was starting to post, and I'm like, what is that? And I threw mine together on the Monday before. And I think I had a 10,000 PV jump just for the Black Friday deal. It's worth it. It is so worth it. So get in on something, whether your upline is doing it or something like that. It was crazy. I hadn't seen that kind of PV ever. Yeah, so it is worth it. Money. People like free stuff.
Yeah.
They do. They like free stuff. And so any little thing, I couldn't afford a ton. I didn't have a diffuser to give last year. So I gave away, bottle of abundance. So I gave whatever was on my shelf. I put it together a pack of, Thieves hand sanitizer, toothpaste, and a dental floss. And that was one thing they got. And man, I put it as a 50 PV order, and I couldn't it was like gone in seconds, so. Yeah. They have to basically call in and then claim that based on that they've ordered. So they have to have their claim order, their confirmation order.
We did a flash.
How do you do the group? Like, I think maybe our Crown Diamond upline does one, but I've never participated in it.
Okay.
But do you have a Facebook group you're doing this on or something?
I do a Facebook event page, and the people that are willing to contribute, the leaders that are willing to contribute to it. Jill does it so that they PayPal her $25. She buys all the stuff, and then she has like 30 people that are included in it, and they each pay $25 to be in on it. She buys all the stuff and then mails it all out afterwards. That's one way to do it. So those are the only people that get to invite to the event. Okay, those 30 people. Okay, but they can invite new people, they can invite members, they can invite anybody to the event. Okay, they have to purchase through Young Living to be able to claim a prize. So Black Friday sales with Young Living, they claim, they go buy a 100 PV order with Young Living, they come back and say, here's my order confirmation, here's my number, and then they can claim that prize, as long as it's usually like first come, first serve. So if you're fast on the draw, or I've already ordered something that hour, so it has to be within the hour. So like from 9 to 10, it has to be within that time frame that you ordered. You can't order the night before. You can't order at 7 o'clock in the morning. It has to be between 9 and 10 to claim that prize.
Yeah. Or the other way you could do it is have a group of people donate the products, and then once you find whoever claims them, then that person would ship out.
Right, and that's what I do. My group likes that a little bit better. I don't have a lot of golds and silvers and stuff like that yet, so the prizes are, what they have on the shelf, what they can afford, that kind of thing. There's some DIY stuff that they're giving away. So like one person put together like a bath salt, a cream that they made together with oils. And they're just going to give that away in a nice little gift package, so that it's a nice little gift that they can give away.
Yeah, we did it the month I was gunning for Silver and Six, my last month, and I was scraping by the month before to even hit executive. So I did again, we just threw it together the week before, and had it like the last week, and I got like a 6,000 OGV boost in like 3 days, and I hit Silver and Six. So.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
And the nice thing you can do this too is you can do it both Black Friday and Cyber Monday. The Cyber Monday sales weren't as good, but they were still really, really good. So even if you did something small on Cyber Monday, maybe you just gave away $10 credits or free shipping or something like that for Cyber Monday, it's still a nice little bonus. So you can even do, if you wanted to do like, $10 credits or something like that for, personal starter kits, that kind of stuff. So you kind of have to get creative, but definitely talk to your golds or silvers, because they can help kind of put that, they should be helping to put that together, you would think. Just because it would, they, you know, they're making a little bit bigger paycheck, and they can kind of help with the prizes and stuff like that too. But you definitely want probably at least, I think I had only in my group last year, I probably only had, I think 6 people do it with me. So it was still a significant deal. So even if you just have a handful of people, don't think you have to have 30 like Jill's doing. I think this year, I think I have about 20 people doing it with me. But so I'm really hoping that it'll turn out pretty good, and then we can give away stuff on Cyber Monday too. So still waiting for them to send me their.
So are you the only one that would advertise what was going to be given away, like that power hour, or would each member that was giving something away do it?
I'm a control freak, so I'm having everybody send me all their graphics, the pictures of whatever they're going to give away. One, because I know what they're going to give away, and I can go back to them and say, hey, this person claimed it, this is yours to send to them. And then also the graphics are a little bit more
uniform.
Thank you for the word. Yeah, a little bit more uniform. And I'm just gonna, I told everybody to send me their graphics by the 15th. And so I have a little bit of time to put those graphics together. I always know that there's one that hangs out there and waits till the last minute. So it gives me a little bit of time to get everybody else's done. And I know that there's gonna be that one that I haven't gotten their graphic from, to be able to just put it into, so I just kind of do a template like on Canva. If you guys have any other ideas of really good ways to do those templates, let me know. But I usually just do mine on Canva, you know, put a template together and put the picture on top of top of that, and just use that, kind of do my writing and call it good. It doesn't have to be spectacular graphics. Mine were really basic last year. The other thing is too, is if you do trivia questions, you can invite people that way that they may not gonna order that way, but maybe they get a little something. And so I got little, ORD has these little stickers. You can find them other places for the starter kit, the little stickers. So I might send that out. I got little, my friend does the cricket, like the thieves stickers that go on the bottom. I'm going to send those out for like trivia question type stuff, right? So we'll do something like something out of, you know, Gary Young's book or something like that, just for people still to participate, even though they may not purchase that day, just to kind of get them involved and used to it. Some people are more like me, where they're a little hesitant to start at first, but then next year they'll come around and make a 300 PV order. So it's just a little bit of fun too in the middle of it. So you can do trivia questions, stuff like that in between the hours. Or if there's somebody purchases and gets all the prizes that hour, you don't sit there for another hour waiting to put up the next thing. You can put up a trivia question and kind of keep the event moving a little bit that way too.
Yeah. And you could set up the event on SyncShare too, if that's something that you do. That's what I did, so I didn't have to worry about being on, everything was on the hour, and then I could go back and comment and, you know,
add things in,
graphics to put sold or what was claimed or whatever.
I didn't even know about SyncShare last year, so I am so happy about SyncShare this year. Yeah. It is absolutely a lifesaver. Yeah, and you can always add in, like, you know, different things in between, but at least the ones that you already have in your system ready to go are up. And like you said, you can change it and write sold off of it and put the next graphic up and stuff like that. So, yep. So, any other, go ahead.
It's a thank y'all. That helps.
Yeah. Yep. Any other suggestions about the month? So, Angie kind of missed a little bit of the starting part. How about you, Gabby? Anything you guys are doing to kind of increase the ER or personal premium starter kits?
We're actually putting on our first 201 class tomorrow /ER class. So hopefully that'll drum up enough interest to get more ER signups. And then I think we're going to do another distance switch class. And I don't know, that's all we have planned so far, but yeah.
That's good. One of the things I found initially in my business was to really increase ER was the education piece of it. So any type of classes that you guys can do on top of your basic classes, you know, I think that's why Jill has like 8 classes up this month. I don't know if you're on her drop-in education class, but holy smokes, I'm like, 8 classes? I can't even keep up.
I know.
That was amazing.
It's so awesome how like she has everything planned out, and how does she even have an idea of what to do every month? You know.
She is one of those that I love her. I absolutely love it because you throw out an idea, she'll put it into action in minutes. I mean, she gets an idea and she'll put it together. She'll find the resources. She has a lot of stuff already ready to go. I mean, she pulls it from different groups that have already done the class or something like that. Very rarely she puts together her own graphics and stuff, but she makes the class her own. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So she'll use, Hello Essentials, or she'll use, Monique stuff, or she'll use other people and she'll pull it in and then she'll just rewrite it. And, she just can do that. She just has that ability. It's absolutely amazing because I am one of those that I can give you ideas all day long, but to put it into action is like, what do I do? And she's like, oh, here you go. But I'm like, thank you. It's lovely. I mean, seriously, it's been so much fun on the mentor stuff because I'm like, hey, we should do this. And she's like, here you go. And I'm like, wow. Like, okay, here we go. So I've commented on that many times, but she just has that ability. God kind of gave her that nice gift. I want it. I want that gift. Mine is a big picture idea thing, but anyway. So let's see. So Andrew, we just talked about a little bit about ideas of what we're doing this month to kind of get the bigger things to kind of think about in November is to really work on your ER and then also your personal starter kits, premium starter kits, because December and January are kind of the slower months because people don't want to spend money after Christmas and that kind of thing. So the chance that you can get people on ER this month will just help you get through those months a little bit better. Okay. It's kind of constant that, January will dip for almost everybody in this business. So the more you have that base of ER and your residual income already there, just helps so that it's not such a big dip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually do pretty well in January and February. Like,
good.
I mean, they've been some of my better months.
Nice.
I know it's odd, but I mean, I don't have a big whatever OGV, but still, I mean, my OGV's risen and maintained. So I looked at and noticed that theirs went down. And so I was like, well, thank you, Lord. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I know that's what we're working on. That's what I was doing. I was having a 101 class online, and tonight was the only night I could have it. So yes. And that's something I'm already got classes lined up I'm doing several classes.
Good.
So,
anything you can do to encourage, sorry, let's go ahead.
No, I was just asking her what classes she's doing. I'm going to steal some ideas.
We had a business meeting with Donetta this weekend, and let me see. I wrote them all down. I don't have them with me. I'm in the middle of moving, and I'm right now at my new house, but not the house I'm living in. So I know we did Make Up Me, where a girl posted. She and I are doing, about the Savvy Mineral makeup, and she posted, her non-makeup face, which is really not like her. And we're going to do a Make Up Me class. As y'all were saying, the Ditch and Switch, ER classes, the 101s, the 102s. But I'm also going around. I'm literally, something we're doing to help us out this month is we are texting and calling anybody and everybody that will listen to us and say, hey, if you will host us a class, here's a free gift. We are giving away the new Desert Mist Diffuser this month, but they have to do 3 or 4 different things to be, in the drawing. But back to the classes, that's one of the things, that gets them in the drawing. So we're asking people to have classes that are on our teams that's not maybe on ER, that we haven't heard from. And so far, we're doing quite well. I've got one scheduled tomorrow evening. I've got another one getting in touch with me tomorrow about a class. I'm doing several with my downline, but I'm trying to encourage also new growth. So anything that we can think of, anything. Yeah. And I'm loving this Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so I can get those on the schedule.
Yeah.
So
yeah. One of the things, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you can do this, but one of the mentor gals, she decided to do a flip kit as an incentive if somebody hosts 3 class or gets 3 new starter kits, or if I went ahead and put it in that I'll give a flip kit away. I'll put them in a drawing. If they have 3 new people enroll, or if they get 3 new people on Essential Rewards, brand new people. So that their name will go into a drawing for either one of those, but they have to have 3, of each one. And if they can have it more times too. So if they get 6 people, they get 2 names in the drawing. A lot of my leaders really like that. You might do something a little bit smaller if you wanted to, but I like the flip kit idea just from the standpoint of it's an investment in their business, and then it helps them to be able to do more with what it is. So I don't know if you guys can do that, or if you can talk to your silver or gold if they can do that for you, and kind of just give them the idea at least. You might do something a little bit smaller if that's something that you guys want to do, something that could invest into their business. It may be something of, maybe it's a credit or something, that they can do, and give them a little bit, as a business leader, a little bit more incentive to get those next things. Because I actually have brand new people that just got started last month that are willing to host classes because they can get a new kit for themselves. They don't understand that that's a flip kit, but it's a brand new kit, right? And so they're like, I get a second kit? You're kidding me. If I just do 3 people? So it just kind of incentivized that new blood to try to enroll some people. So decided to throw it out there. You can think of some other ideas instead of the flip kit, but there's a lot of other things you can do to invest in their business.
That's a great idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I've thought about the essential, the basic everyday oil kit, giving that away, because that was 2 years ago, I believe. Young Living gave it away with a 300 PV, and I just thought that was amazing. So I love that idea. Mm-hmm. But something we're also doing that has really grown our business is we have the monthly meetings. I know I've told you about them before. Like, we're having one tomorrow night. I have told so many people, about the monthly educational classes, and they want to come. They want to be in a big group. Mm-hmm. And to make it fun, we always say potluck, fun, friendship, whatever, fellowship. But like next month, we have been talking for the last 2 months to anyone that gets on our team that we're throwing a big Christmas party. Nice. And it's called painting, where we're going to be painting snowman door hangers, and we're supplying everything. And then we're also going to be giving away a lot of door prizes, because we want everyone to walk away feeling just really lathered with love. And that has really gotten a lot of attention, just something fun to have, to get together and do. And we enjoyed it. And that's kind of what started us last year, is I threw just a last minute big Christmas party and paid for everything. Mm-hmm. And I was broke. I'm not lying, y'all. I was broke, but I home cooked everything and invited everyone. And a couple of my downline girls donated stuff with me. And we had a wonderful Christmas make and take party with a free meal, and people loved it. And that started the whole monthly meetings and education classes. Yep. And it's been a big blast for our little area.
Yeah. Yep. I think those are all great things. I mean, that's actually kind of what I used to do too, until I moved, until I couldn't do it anymore. So yeah, it's one of those that it creates that group feel, and people just feel like they can do a little bit more. They feel like they're connected to the bigger group. So that is great. Guys, I apologize. I have a one-on-one class too here really quick here at 9 o'clock. So I need to let everybody go. Unless you guys have some other questions or suggestions, we'll kind of go through everything. Or listen, you have some?
Yeah, I had one thing, but it doesn't have to be on this if you guys want to post
it. Oh, it's okay. Go ahead.
Because Jill's amazing and she plans everything ahead, I'm already thinking about December classes, because I feel I'm so behind on November stuff. And I'm like, we're almost halfway through, and I'm like, I haven't even done anything and I need to get going. I wanted to do an ancient scripture class at the beginning of the month, and start with, the first Sunday of Advent and go from there. And then December, I wanted to do like a fitness New Year's resolution class because you want people to buy stuff before January 1st. But, you know, do you guys have any other ideas of what would be good for December? Because you're not really wanting to do gifts at that point, but I don't know if I should do, you know.
Supplements are a really good idea, just because you're trying to get healthier in the new year. The other thing that I like about supplements is that it's a repeat buy. Like, I looked at my order, and I need to order like every single vitamin right now, and it's going to cost me 300 PV. Well, there's my 300 PV already, and I haven't even gotten an oil. I haven't even gotten anything. And so you get people hooked on the supplements. I don't want to let them go anymore because I feel so much better when I'm on them. So I really think investment in supplements and teaching people about supplements is huge. I've done classes on them. I do posts like every day, you know, on the supplement or what it's about, or, you know, there's a couple good supplement classes out there. I know Hello Essential does one, or is it Hello Essentials? Yeah. And then Jill has one that's really good too. She's doing a Ningxia Red wellness class. And that might be a really good one to start out the new year too. I was actually thinking about doing that one in December, just to start thinking about, you know, wellness and that kind of thing coming into the new year. So trying to think of what else.
So the supplement class, because I'm like my go-to supplement person for my team, but I have a really hard time maintaining compliancy because of what the ingredients are and what the ingredients are known to do. So how do you work around that? Or are you kind of just like, well, this is what it is?
Usually what I do is if there's an ingredient that I have to describe of what it will do, I say, Google this. I'm like sesquiterpenes, right? I'm like, you guys got to Google sesquiterpenes. Go to PubMed and Google it. Go to, you know, just Google the word and figure this out for yourself, but you need to know about this, is what I say. And that's kind of where I come from if there's something that is not going to be compliant, because if you can get them to do their own research, one, that's better, right? Because then they can know where to go to get information. You can kind of lead the horse to water, like I said, you know, go to PubMed and look this up, or go to, you know, the XYZ, as long as it's a compliant site. Like, we can't say go to testimonials.com, but, you know, so yeah, as long as it's a compliant site, you should be fine.
Okay. Alyssa, my daughter's doing a class tomorrow night that's got a lot of attention, and she's got several people saying they're going to come. It's called Wine About It, and she is just advertising for her home to be open from, like, we'll say 5 to 7. Come on in, you know, relax with a glass of wine, and let's talk about oils, and I'll answer your questions. And then she gave me the idea, because I don't do alcohol, but she gave me the idea of cider and snacks, and, you know, open up the home and allow people to come in and relax and do it. But she's had a lot of really good feedback from that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we can definitely, guys, just share if you have some ideas. Graphics will be great. I'll make sure and put that one up that I have about the vitality oils. We were talking about vitality oils earlier. And that's another one, is your cooking class that you're talking about doing too. Cooking for the new year too, being able to have healthy cooking. I don't know if there's I know there's some holiday cooking recipes out there, but I don't know if there's some healthy recipes that are already posted. The vitality class
that I did before was mostly like healthy stuff. That's why I'm like, people aren't going to want that crap for Thanksgiving.
I do. That's up to me. If you don't mind sharing. But I'll send you what I've got. And then look in the ORD, because if you already member there, you can even get your little name on the recipes. So that might help too. And then if nothing else, check out the drop-in education group, because I know Jill's doing, actually, I think she just did it last night for the cooking stuff.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I think she just did one last night on that. So, all right, ladies, thank you so much for coming on. This was actually really good brainstorming, and I'd love to keep sharing ideas. As more I get, I'll try to put them on either our Facebook page or on the chat. So,
okay, thank you.
Great.
Thanks, y'all.
Everybody else doing well in their business? They're all you're rocking. Any questions before we go? All right. Good luck this month, and we'll talk to you. We'll try to talk next week. We're still good for next week?
Yes.
All right. We'll talk then. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Good night.
You too.